Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to the STB Racing League. Let me just go into a party quickly because I don't want everyone in the game knowing that I'm talking. Let me just put this on invite only. Hello everyone, welcome to the STB Racing League Season 20 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. We're here in Imola, in the city of Bologna. I think that's how you say it. And it is actually starting to rain. We usually start the stream a little bit late, but I did have reports that it was going to be raining in this session, and it is starting to rain here in Imola. It's going to be a very quick session here in Imola. And I think everyone does need to get out the box. They need to get out the pit lane now. They need to get this banker lap in. This could well be the deciding factor of who is going to get pole position for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Rockery is on his lap, 24.3 in the first sector. It's going to be a very quick pace session. This is more like the one-shot qualifying we've seen in Austria and Silverstone, where drivers need to make sure that they just get the pace, get the grip, have the time on the board here in Imola. As I said, a slightly smaller lobby tonight. But do you know what? I think it's going to be an interesting Grand Prix. I think it's going to be a nice chilled out race. But yeah, Maffeo did say pre-race that it was going to be raining in the next 10 minutes. It's raining literally now. So Rocker is going through. I think favourite for this pole position is going to be battling with Akosili. Wardy there goes P number 1, 15.5. Rockery 14.9. Let's see what Crooken's going to do. He's at 50.2 in the second split. Boss there 14.7. Akosili 14.5. Great lap there from the Hungarian, but Crooken's going to come around. He obviously won as Maffeo has retired from the session. He's made a mistake. He's made out his lap or done something. This is his final opportunity. This is the only opportunity that these drivers have. And Cook is going to come down to the line now. It's going to be P5 for him at the moment, 15.5. AR Jax is on a lap as well. It's going to be Aston Martin ahead of him. And Akosili actually has a ban, I believe. Okay, let me just quickly, because he should really have seen the steward's report. Yeah, Akosili might be getting himself disqualified from this Grand Prix. Yeah, let me check if that's actually been relayed to him in the steward's report, because he obviously blocked Maffeo. He blocked Maffeo in Portugal. Let me just quickly see if that has been relayed. Yeah, it has been. The qualifying ban at the next Tier 2 race. Yeah, so Akosili then is going to have a big yeah, he's going to have a big situation there. He'll need to talk about it, talk about what's gone on. Yeah, I think Akosili could be seeing himself disqualified from this Imola Grand Prix here. It was spoken to him that he told that he would be getting a qualifying ban for this Grand Prix for blocking Maffeo in qualifying. Let me just relay that to his friend. Sorry about this, guys. Very quick pace qualifying session. They only had one opportunity. And it's not been relayed to the drivers that one had a qualifying ban and shouldn't have qualified. That's great stuff, that is. That's just great reading skills from the drivers, great stuff. Absolute great stuff, guys. We love that when drivers don't read. We love it. We absolutely... I'm not even going to swear because I'm actually very annoyed this evening. But yeah, yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Right then. Right then, qualifying. I think I'm actually going to speak to someone because I don't think anyone else is actually going to be going out on the circuit because the track is going to be wet. I don't think anyone's actually going to go out. So, let me see. I can actually speak to someone. But I don't know who. You know, we'll speak to Trolley. We'll speak to Trolley. We'll see what Trolley's going to say. Or we'll speak to this guy. One of the two. Either MCL or Trolley. One of the two drivers. We'll get them in the party. We'll give them a quick little interview. As it looks like the qualifying session is going to be quite quiet at the moment. So we'll get these drivers in. Quick little interview. And then we'll crack on with Emilia because the track's looking very wet now. Trolley, have you got a mic? Are you able to speak for a little bit? I believe it is your birthday today. Am I wrong? Am I correct?
I am. You are correct.
Okay, so obviously you're going for that birthday win. Disappointing qualifying from you, P10. What happened, and what are you expecting from this race? And can you tell us anything about the weather in the race?
It's quite tricky, to be honest. Yeah. I was unfortunately wiped out, but you know you can't really do much about that. But
you was wiped out.
Yeah. But unfortunately it was a disappointing lap. So yeah.
Oh, sorry, Wardy has crashed it, so the conditions on the circuit are very bad. But yes, Charlie, you haven't had the best of luck so far this season. No. How are you looking forward to Imola? Hopefully you'll be able to at least get to the checkered flag this time.
Yeah, well, I tried to keep the confidence going, but yeah, it was didn't put my best lap in, and fortunately a DNF. So yeah, we'll just have to see what goes on in the race. But it should be a dry race, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, good luck, and hopefully we might see you on the podium. Who knows?
Hopefully. Thank you.
Right then, so that's Trolley. Then he'll start P10 on the grid here in Imola. And Ward is having a great time as he takes out the 50-metre board. He's going to just give us a bit of action, you know, here in Imola. So yeah, guys, that is your qualifying then, I think. I think no one else is going to improve. I think that is it. The only bit of action here is Wardy and Christian coming round. I think, obviously, Christian and Marth, I think they both went out quite late on in the session. You know, when it actually started raining like heavily. But yeah, that is that then. That's very unfortunate for some of those drivers there. But yeah, great qualifying from Bosse. Gets himself up in a P2. Ward is P4. That's very good for him. He's usually a midfield kind of driver. To get himself up in a P4 is very impressive. Fifth, Crooken. Obviously, he won last time out in Portugal. I must say, it's probably been a very good week for Crooken. Obviously, he had a great race last week. He was very clean on the penalties, which is something you need to also be around this circuit as well. You need to be very, very clean with your penalties and corner cuts, especially on the chicanes. There's a lot of chicanes at this circuit. And yeah, I just think it's going to be an interesting... Right there, give me a moment. It's going to be an interesting race, I think. Obviously, it is a smaller lobby. It is a smaller lobby tonight. Obviously, we've only got 13 with us this evening. Some drivers, just some things have taken place for a lot of the drivers tonight. For whatever reason, can't be with us. So hopefully they'll be back next week at Spa. I think Spa is going to be a great race next week. But we need to look forward to this Imola race. Last night, it wasn't the best of races. It was very much safety car, safety car, safety car. I'm hoping that tonight, due to the nature of this lobby only having 13 in the actual session, isn't going to be too... yeah, we're going to, you know... I don't know what I was going to say. Hopefully we won't have many collisions that result in drivers having to retire or safety cars. But yeah, the rain is falling here in Imola, so I don't think no more running will be taking place. As I think we're just waiting now. I think Akosili, Rockery and Gian are just not really bothered at the minute. Gian will start P6. Obviously missed last week in Belgium, in Portugal. But he's back here tonight for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. So yeah. Right then, we're waiting on Rockery. And he has retired from the session. Sorry, guys, that was very long. Right then, so these are not representative lap times. They're really not representative lap times, Lee. We need to, obviously, you know, make sure that drivers went out and got the best lapping possible. But Akosili will take pole position here in Imola. But he had a qualifying ban, so I don't know. Second is Bosse. Third, Rockery. Fourth, Wardy. I'm here for it. Fifth is Crook and exactly a second slower. Sixth is Jihan. Seventh, Moises. Eighth, as it's continued. Eighth was AR Jax. Ninth, I think, was MCL. I think. And I think Trolley was 10th. Don't quote me, though. Don't quote me on that. We'll find out in a few moments when we get into the race. Let me just quickly have a look. P9 was... yes, here we go. I'm here for it. MCL 9th, Trolley 10th, Christian 11th, Marth 12th, and 13th will be FGE Mafio. Now, 13, the number 13 is normally unlucky for some. But it could well be that lucky number for Mafio tonight. I'm just going to quickly put my phone on charge. So just give me a moment while we gear up for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix Tier 2. Last night was a pretty interesting race. It was won by STB Semike after a closing sort of moment situation between Jonna and Rev Caterpillar. They've been, you know, going at each other. We had a bit of, you know, beef on Twitter as well. You know, it's been proper entertaining. It's been some good content, but we don't want that, obviously. We want, you know, the drivers to be in harmony at all times. So hopefully that'll be sorted out. The stewards can come up with a solution moving on to Spa next week. But Tier 1 was a you know, it was a good race. You know, STB Semike won the race, so it was pleasant in that sense. But it wasn't the best race to battle in. It wasn't the best race in terms of actual wheel-to-wheel action. Because if you're going wheel-to-wheel around this circuit, it's actually very difficult if you're trying for moves. So yeah, I'm just hoping that tonight we can have a nice tranquil race. We can have a race of chill, of rest, of peace, and the drivers can really really get themselves a decent position in this Grand Prix. So P1 is going to be Akosili, second is going to be Bosse, third Rockery. I'm really interested to see what Wardy can do here, because Wardy usually even said in the chat a few minutes ago, he said it's going to be Latifi. I'm just checking out the views we've got. Hello to everyone watching. He said it's going to be him, Latifi, with a load of Leclercs behind him. Which, do you know what? I can't disagree. It's going to be interesting to see what Wardy can do. But great qualifying for me. He got that lap in when he needed to do it. He avoided the downpour when everyone else didn't. So he got himself up in a P4, and I'm here for it. Crookham P5 as well. Drivers was out of position. Gian even P6 as well. So I'm here for it front row. But obviously it is a smaller kind of lobby. So we'll have to see at that. Akos then is going to be going to his grid box. Bosse, I'm looking forward to see what he can do here tonight. And third is Rockery. So that could be a good little battle at the front there between those three. Interesting stuff. But the driver that I'm really going to look out for is going to be Wardy. This is going to be a good opportunity, I think, for Wardy. I think this is going to be a very good opportunity for him. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it. P4 for him. So watch out for him, guys, and he's Aston Martin. He will be a key focus point for me during my commentary here tonight. This is the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Here we go then. 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, 5 lights here in Imola. Lights and away they go. Great start there from Rockery. He's already took the lead of the Grand Prix. What a launch there from the Ferrari. He leads the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And it's going to be action as they go down into turn 1. Maffio's being very cautious as they go down. There's 2 drivers off the circuit. 1 driver span out. 2 drivers span out. Rockery's is out. Rockery is out of the Grand Prix. And, oh, that was a bit close for comfort there. And Maffio's got himself up in a P7. I think that was a collision. I think Bosse Akosili was involved as well. Bosse was involved in that. And AR Jax up in a P2. He's pushed himself past the Ferrari of Jihan. And now Moises up in a P2 as well. And there you go. Action. Side by side for the 2 Red Bulls. Oh my God, what's going on here? AR Jax has got damage. Has that Red Bull got damage? He's got damage. The Red Bull's got damage. He's trying to move out the way of everyone. And Wardy, what's happened to Wardy? Oh no, Wardy's got no front wing and Crooker's got no... I think Wardy... I think Wardy was the guy that collected with Crooken in that first corner. Bosse's off the track as well now. This is a disaster for all these down here. Absolute disaster. Major scenes. But anyway, Trolley leads. What? Oh, Don. What? 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 Trolley's leading. Anyway, moving on. He's defending from Moises. This is going to be an interesting race. Now, I'm here for this front row fucking seat. And the Ferrari span. Gianna's in the gravel trap. He span. He took too much curb. And he is out of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Oh my fucking God. Oh my. Guys, this is major. What's going on here? Trolley is leading the Grand Prix. And Moises has gone very wide there. He's made a big mistake. He's off the track. That's going to give Marth the opportunity now. Definitely picked up some sort of penalty there. And there's a yellow flag. Someone is out. That's Akos Silly. He's in the gravel trap. And that might well be curtains for him in this Grand Prix. And Moises has already picked up a penalty. So he did this in Portugal as well. He picked up a penalty in Portugal. Now he's got Marth right on the back of him. No DRS, of course. Maffio is on the pace. Just keep it clean, Maffio. Come on, keep it. Keep it on the track. Here we go then into turn 1. I can't believe Trolley's actually leading this. This is mad. And Moises had a great launch. And Marth is now in the slipstream. This could end in absolute catastrophe here. And Moises, look at the grip that he's got. But the Red Bull's cut in the corner there. That's a great little corner cut from him. He tries to go up the inside, but he can't find that move. You've got to be so patient around this Imola circuit. So patient. You really have to be patient. Come on, Matt, be patient. Don't make any stupid moves. If you make one stupid move, you get caught up in other people's business. And you don't want that, do you? Moises is on it, and I think Crooken span out of the race. It's a sector 1 yellow flag. That's Crooken. That is a disaster for him, but Moises are going to have this DRS now on Trolley. Here we go. This is interesting stuff. Maffio's got the ERS. Here we go. They're all in DRS train. Moises going to go for this move. This could well be a collision. Yeah. Trolley's hit him onto the... Oh, great move there from Mar. Oh, Maffio nearly span. Oh, God. Christian's getting involved as well. Inject it. Here we go. Is Maffio going to try and get the move done around the outside of the Aston Martin? Here we go. Oh, that was close. That was close stuff here in Emilia Romagna. Side by side, Marth again. Trolley's very slow. Very slow in this part of the race, but he's leading the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. We've got to deep this, guys. This is a big moment. On his birthday as well, we've got to inject it. No stupid moves. Rockery's caught at the back of this. This is a 7-man DRS train here. This is major scenes, and the Aston Martin's going to go up the inside of the Alpine now as they come down into the penultimate corner of AXA. Up the inside, the Red Bulls act to defend from the Alpine, side-by-side action. Maffio don't get any stupid moves. Oh, this is scary scenes, this. I don't like this. The Aston Martin's got no ERS. Maffio's in their slipstream. Here we fucking go. Side-by-side action as they go down into turn number 1. And he gets the move done on the Aston Martin. Look at that. He's up in a P4 now. Look at this. This is good, this. This is good. Great racing from these forwards alongside the Alpine as they come through into the Vilna chicane. And Maffio gets another move. He's up in a P3. He's up in a P3. Trolley's also lost the lead now of this Grand Prix. And MCL has been overtaken now by Rockery as they come through out of Toza. This is mad. This is a great race. Bosse has been overtaken by AR Jackson out the back of the grid. That's for P10 in this Grand Prix. But it is still a 7. Oh my God, what's happened there? Trolley is out! Trolley is out of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. He's hit a curb or he's done something. He's hit something or he's done something or he's been hit by someone. And he is out of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. He's back going now. But that is an absolute disaster for him. An absolute disaster. He was in there. He was up in a podium position. AR Jax is in the gravel trap. And Maffio, here we go, side by side, and he takes the lead of the race. Inject it. That's all I'm going to say. Inject it. Marth picks up another penalty there. This is very interesting. Different strategies. Maffio's on a set of mediums and he now leads the Grand Prix. And then a lot of drivers that are just the drivers that have made mistakes. So the drivers that have made mistakes. I want to know what happened to Trolley. I'm really actually upset, to be fair. What happened to him? But Rockery's trying to get the move done on Marth. This is really good out Maffio here to try and build a gap. And Rockery looks like he's got some damage because he can't turn around the corner very well. And MCL now has got the move done on Moises. AR Jax is retired from the Grand Prix. And I think Rockery I think Rockery's got a bit of damage there on that Ferrari. Yeah, he's got damage on his front wing there as Wardy has retired from the race. And safety car has been deployed. Oh, we're looking at the blue sky now, guys. So Rockery is out. Set of mediums for him. Akosili set of mediums. G Hahn. What's going on here? Hard compound tyres for the Ferrari. Bosse is coming in. It's really helped Trolley as well get back into this race as well. And help Crooken as well. This has actually been a decent race. I'm not going to lie, this has actually been a pretty decent race so far. In terms of just the way that it has gone in terms of the battling. It's been a great battle. We had Mafio, we've got Marth, we had MCL, we had Moises, Christian, we had Trolley involved. And I'm here for it front row. Like, genuinely here for it front row seat. Of the battling. But you can't make any stupid moves. You've got to be so... This is one of... I would say this is similar to Netherlands. I was saying this last night and got completely shut down. This is quite similar to Netherlands, where you can't push. You know, you can't go for any moves, really. Unless the gap is actually there and it's fully... you're fully committed. Because if you're going to go for stupid dive bomb moves, there's no room to go for any... There's no room to do that. So you can't actually do that. As Martha's in the pits now, Moises in the box, that really messed these guys up. I think the lobby's a bit glitched because it keeps going to seeing the nice blue skies here in Imola. I mean, I do love the blue skies, I must say, but I don't really want to see the blue skies. I want to see action in the pit lane. But Mafio does lead the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Second is MCL. Third is Christian. Fourth, Rockery. This is really out. Rockery was out. He got damage. Don't you forget, he actually got damage as well. So that really helped him get back into this. But yeah, that is, pretty interesting stuff here in Emilia, at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I'll just hope that there's no more retirements, because we do want, some drivers. We do want some drivers finishing this race. Just keep it nice and clean, keep it away from each other, and it will be a good little scrap. Excuse me. Martha's gone on to set of hards, as Moises is on a set of mediums. So split strategies between these drivers. Boss is also on a set of hards as well. That's quite interesting to see the different strategies that have played out here in Imola. I think Serco will be out for another lap. If not, Crooken's fucked. To put it as bluntly as possible. Yeah. Obviously, he did win the race last week in Portugal. Great race from him. I don't think he'll have the win on his mind for this race, but I think he will be trying to get some good positions and just trying to have a good race and have some good battling here. That's all we really want. As someone is in the pit lane again, that's Moises for some reason. He's in the pit lane again. He's on a set of hard compound tyres, so you don't think those mediums are going to get to the end of the race. I don't know whether this has actually favoured MCL and Christian and Mafio. I don't know whether it has actually favoured them. I'm not too sure about the strategy and how it all works, but I would imagine it may have. They can now go longer into the Grand Prix, even longer, and maybe strap, I don't know, maybe strap a set of softs on. Maybe, I don't know. I physically don't know. I actually don't know anything about strategy. I'm just the guy that comes live on this Twitch account, comes live every week for you guys and just shouts over battles and shouts over racing. I don't know anything about the strategy. I'm really sorry, I don't know. The only time I know, DRS is disabled, that means you go on intermediates. That's all I know. That's literally, that's all I know. And I'm so sorry, but that's all I know. And yeah, that's all I know, unfortunately. So anyway, carrying on. I think safety car will be in this lap. It will be quite late, actually. If it is, yes, it is. Right, here we go then. It's actually very late, later than usual, as we waited for Moises. We waited for Moises to get to the back of the grid. So that's really messed up his Grand Prix. That's really messed up his race. But Mafio will lead the safety car queue And we're going to get racing for now 22 laps of action here at Imola. So let's just see what takes place. Here we go then. It's go. It is go in Imola. So then here we go. We've got Rockery already in the slipstream of Christian as they come down to turn 1. It's going to be ERS as they come down side by side. Here we go. Is this going to be the move? Maffio's pushed the Aston Martin off the circuit there, defending there from the Haas, and the Rocky's trying to come through. We'll get the move done. Crooken has been overtaken. That's not good for him. And Bosse, something's happened to Bosse on the restart. He's in the pit lane. That's not good for him. Rockery then, here we go, side by side with MCL. I think Maffio will try and will want MCL to try and hold these guys up as much as possible. Because in the back of Maffio's mind, he will have Canada. Canada will be in the back of Maffio's mind right now. In terms of what happened there. It looks like there's some action going on here. We've got Akos City trying to get past Christian as well now. As Crooken picks up a time penalty. I don't know what happened to Bosse. I actually don't know what happened to him. I'm a little bit surprised. But Trolley's going to try and go around the outside here of Gion. Pushes onto the little, the outside curb, and there's been contact. Yeah, you can't really go you can't go side by side. I had the same issue last season. As Rocky gets the move done now on MCL, but you can't go. Excuse me, action going on here. Marth's trying to get past now. Yeah, you can't. I don't know. You just can't go around the outside, around certain corners. It just doesn't work, unfortunately. And they've both now got some sort of damage or been compromised in this Grand Prix, so that is really, really unfortunate for them. But yeah, the race goes on, I suppose. And Rockery now is going to try and chase after Maffio. This is going to be a very quiet Grand Prix, isn't it? I think I've deeped it. It's going to be very boring from here on in, I think. It's just that's the thing with Imola, you know. When we have the safety cars, it closes the pack up. Drivers really just want to get the moves done, especially into turn 1, especially into this final corner. But you just can't do it. I've learned that from my experience last season in Tier 3. You can't do that. You have to really wait for the moves to come to you and for the gaps to actually form into the corners. You can't just go up the inside because it's never going to work. This track is so narrow, so you just can't really. You just can't do it. And Marth Aspan, and he's out of the race. We love to see that. Look at that. Look at that. We love that. Those lovely auto spinny curbs. We love that. We love the auto spinny curbs here in Imola. We love that stuff. And he's going to carry himself on now. But yeah, I think the real battle is between Maffio, Rockery, and MCL. MCL needs to keep in this DRS. Needs to keep in the DRS, and I don't think he's going to do that. Rockery has got some good pace on those fresh mediums. Remember though, Rockery is on fresh mediums. We do have to bear that in mind. It's fresh mediums for the Ferrari. But Maffio has been saving that ERS. Right, here we go, using that ERS down the straight, just to, you know, give him that extra boost. But the DRS is very powerful down that straight, I must say. Very powerful, as Akos City can't get the move done on Christian, but Christian is now within 3 tenths as they come through turn 1 and 2, so this is going to be a good little battle, this. As Marthy's going to come into the pits now. He's all the way down there. That's a disaster for him. That's actually disastrous as Moises. Oh, God, that was a bit twitchy there on the rear. And what has happened to Maffio? What has happened to Maffio? He's 1.2 seconds. Has he got damage? Has he got damage? I don't think he does. Has he got... What's happened here? Has he got damage? I think he's got damage, you know, on that front wing. I don't know though. I don't know what's going on in this race. Bosses span again. Oh my God, these drivers. What is going on in Imola tonight? What is happening in Imola? Akosili's got the move done on Christian. He's up in a P4. But yeah, Maffio, what has happened to him in this Grand Prix? Because he was running a good 8 tenths. You know, it was a good 8 tenths gap. As Bosses span again. But yeah, Maffio was a good 7, 8 tenths ahead of Rockery, and now he's 1.8 seconds down. I'm a little bit confused. Has there been some sort of contact there? I don't know. Has there been some sort of contact or a little moment out of the corner? I don't know. I actually don't know what's taken place. This is Sector 3 yellow. The boss is going to be back in the pits again. Been a disaster. First, I think it's going to be a retirement. Yeah, Bosse is out of the race. So all drivers now will have points. That's not ideal. You know, obviously we'll have a better turnout in Belgium, but it's never ideal to only have 13 in a session. But the drivers have done okay so far. They've done okay. But I'm interested to see what happened to Maffio, because I actually don't know what's happened, as Akosili there is going to get the move done on MCL. MCL looks like he's dropped off pace a little bit. Compared to Maffio. Maffio seems to be keeping the gap around the 2 second mark, 1.9 seconds. So we will see. This is going to be quite an interesting race. They see if the gap does come down or whatever, as Rocky does pick up a penalty. It's all about keeping it clean. Keeping it clean in this Grand Prix. Yeah, I don't know if there was a collision or I don't know what happened. Yeah, this race is going to be actually very dull now. This race is going to be quite dull now, unless these actually do something. But Akosili's not going to make it dull. He's going to go past Maffio. This is not really Maffio's fight. Maffio knows that he does have another pit stop to make. I don't know about these two ahead, but if these two start battling, this could well help Maffio. So Maffio just needs to keep it calm, keep in the DRS, keep this gap. Because when these two start battling and start holding each other up, this will really help Maffio and MCL try and get back into this fight for the lead of the Grand Prix. So, yeah, all is not lost yet. But so many drivers have got penalties. Everyone except from Akosili and Maffio have got penalties. That is how difficult this Imola track is, and Christian's going to try and get the move done on MCL. Had a bit of a bad chicane there. I don't know what the actual chicane's called. I only know a few corners around this track. Very, very bad, very unprofessional from me. I do apologise. But yeah. As Marth has retired from the session in the pit lane. As MCL's in the box, so he's going to go. Interesting set of softs. Okay, I didn't know this. I didn't know the softs could go that long, 16 laps. Oh, I thought that was Maffio then. Oh, I got scared a bit then. Oh, he was getting overtaken by Moises. That's why. That's why he had that moment. Is that a driver off the circuit there? I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing loads of weird things in this race. I swear there was a driver off the circuit then. That's just, it's weird. Right then, let's see what Maffio's going to do. Is he going to box? Gian's on hard, so this would be good to see the sort of grip that MCL has over the other drivers. Maffio's going to continue for another lap. Lap 18 now of the Grand Prix. It's going to be a case of driving round and just seeing what happens. The tyres are quite worn as well, so Matt's got to think about that as well. But going longer allows him to have that pace on the softs. So, you know, you got to have all these things in your back pocket, all these things in your mind. But yeah, Emilia has not delivered this, well, today. It's just not delivered for us. It really hasn't. And to be honest, Aquacili's not catching Rockery that much compared to what I think he was. Because Aquacili is quicker than Rockery. But Rockery had a bad corner there, though. He obviously went wide as well, so that didn't help him. Right, is Mafia going to think about boxing? He's going to continue for another lap. So these mediums, he's trying to take these very long into the Grand Prix. Because in the DRS, is he going to go for this move? He is. He's been let through there by the Alpine. Good little battle this between these two. Obviously battled in Portugal as well. Let me look at the... What time was that MCL just did? It was a 16.9. Rockery is on an 18.5. 18.3 for Aquacili. Maffio, 18.8. So MCL is basically 2 seconds quicker a lap. So, I mean, the undercut here is going to be powerful. Very, very powerful. Right, Maffio's in. Let's see then. Let's see where MCL is. Okay, it's been quite close actually, I think. Right, Maffio's in the box. Set of softs. Off he goes. He's going to be overtaken, I think. Yeah, 16.8 there for MCL. Maffio's coming down the pits now. He's been jumped. That is a big, big undercut. Massive undercut for MCL there. 4 seconds he's gained. 4 seconds. Maffio is going now for this podium. He's going for the podium. These are going to be vital laps for him. Vital laps. He's got fresher softs. He's going to have even more speed than MCL had on these tyres. Because he is actually just quicker. Interesting. Right, let's see. MCL then. Gap to Gihan is 5.6 seconds. As Akosili has got the move done on Rockery. That was very straight. That was a very straightforward move there. That was very, very straightforward, as you'd expect, really. The yellow flag. Trolley has actually retired from the race, and there's a safety car. Okay, okay? Okay. I don't know what this is going to do, ladies and gentlemen. For this actual, I don't know what's going to happen now. These are well, Akosili and Rockery have got to box for softs. They've got to box. There's no other. There's no alternative. They've got to box. So all these drivers have boxed. Christian's going to be in a very good position here in Imola. Is Maffio able to go quick? Or has this completely destroyed their races? I don't know if this has completely destroyed Maffio, and I think this has absolutely completely fucked them over. I think this safety car has completely fucked them over in this race, especially Maffio. I don't know, though. Yeah, it's fucked them. It's fucked them completely. It has. It's fucked them massively. They're all on softs now. There's no advantage. There's no advantage. It's fucked them over completely. So it's going to be probably like a 8 lap race to the end now to see who's going to win this race. But a lot of drivers have got penalties except for Maffio and Akosili. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check Akosili's penalties. He's got 1 warning, he's got 2 warnings. 2 warnings for Akosili. Maffio has got 2 warnings as well. So they've got to keep it clean. They have to keep it clean here. Have to keep it clean. I do have a bit of a cough, so that's why I'm coughing a little bit and I'm just not able to get much shouting out. But you know what, it's going to be, I'm interested now for this restart. The drivers are now bunched up once again. Hello to everyone joining us. I think it's going to be a race to forget. This has not been a good race. This has not been a good race. I must say, this has been very boring, very dull. But that's what happens when you have 13 drivers at a track like this. You know, there's not much action, not much overtaking anyway. And a lot of drivers just make mistakes and go for stupid moves. It's very it's unfortunate, really, for some drivers. But they do have to, you know, keep it at the wall and keep it away from each other. That's all you got to do. It's not difficult. But obviously, when you're high on the adrenaline, as MCL is boxed again, so something's gone on there. Maybe he thinks those softs can't get to the end. Oh yeah, he boxed quite early, didn't he? Yeah, he did box quite early, to be fair. Okay, interesting. So I don't actually know what's going to happen now because Maffio is P3. He won't want P3. He won't want P3. He'll want the win. And to get the win, he needs to get past Rockery and Akosili, which are the 2 quickest drivers in this lobby. So I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know. So, yeah. This is going to be a very, very weird. It is going to be quite weird, this restart, because I don't actually know what to expect. I think the safety car might be out for another lap. Or it's going to be out late. Oh, okay, it's in very late because MCL has just caught up to the safety car now. He's got to hurry up after the chicane. Here we go then. We are gearing up for the restart once again for Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Who's going to win? Accosili's got no penalties. Rockery's got a pen. I don't know how many though. And Mafio's got none as well. So here we go. Accosili and Mafio need to keep it clean if they want to have a good result here. Keep it clean. Keep it away from each other. Keep out the barriers. Here we go. 8 laps of racing here. And Mafio gets a good launch. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, well, I don't have any comments for that, to be honest. Christian then, P number 2, he's going to come through. Here we go, as there's a Ferrari off the track. That's Rockery. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Anyway, moving on. There's going to be a lot of tension. A lot of tension now. A lot of tension between Mafia and Rockery, because that's happened again. That's happened again now. It happened in Canada, where they both collided, and there's going on here. We've got MCL up the inside. He's got a move done up in a P4. Yeah, again, they've collided again. And Rockery just didn't give Mafio the space down the straight. He did not give Mafio the space. There was no space given. Unfortunately, there was no space, and no space whatsoever down the straight. And Mafio's in the pits then, so and Rockery's going to follow him in. So yeah, that is going to be very, very, very tense there for those two drivers. Mafio was on for a podium in this Grand Prix. Like, he was actually on for a podium. Rockery as well. You know, they've had a collision, and they've thrown it away there. They'll throw away the podium. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All what needed to take place was more space to be given down the straight there. That was definitely Rockery's fault down the straight there. Definitely Rockery's fault. I really feel. I feel, you know, I don't know what to say. I actually don't know. I don't know what to say. But Christian is actually in the DRS still of Accosili. So, I mean, a race is still on here. DRS is now enabled. But the race is still on, as MCL here has actually got some good pace. I'm not going to lie, MCL has actually got some very decent pace. Yeah, this is just a race to the end now. Let's see what Mafio and Rockery are doing. Because there's definitely going to be some tension going on. They're 40 seconds behind now, so something has taken place. These drivers are going to be very unhappy with each other. This isn't even the first time. They both collided in Emilia as well. In Canada, sorry. Last time out. So, well, a few races ago, rather. So, they're going to be absolutely livid. They're going to be absolutely fuming. Anyway, Christian's then going to have this DRS on him. And yeah, Christian's actually going to have the DRS on Accosili here. Here we go then, DRS for the McLaren. And Crook has actually got himself back past MCL. But yeah, Christian, 5 tenths now. DRS for Christian. Let's see what he's going to do down the straight. He's been overtaken again then by MCL. Moises is going to get involved in this little battle as well. Again, Moises and Crooken seem to can't really shrug each other away. GR men in the slipstream of Moises. A little quite straightforward move with the DRS, and he's going to get himself up in the P5. Next up for him is Crooken, 1.7 seconds down the road, and Crooken is actually in the DRS of MCL. So there's a little battle going on here. He's made a little bit of a mistake into the chicane, and the Ferrari's out! Oh no. Gion's crashed. He's out of the race. He's got no front wing. This has just been an absolute... This race has actually been the worst race of the Tier 2 season. This has actually been diabolical. I don't know what is going on. Emilia just seems to bring so many issues to a Grand Prix. So much chaos, so much just action all the time. You know, there's drivers to try and go up the inside of this corner particularly, where that's at, and try and go for moves there. You've got drivers, you know, this track is so difficult that you just have to really be on the concentration all the time. And some drivers just haven't been able to do that. But yeah, I really feel for some of these drivers tonight. I mean, yeah, and Gion's in the box. He's even got a 5 seconds. This is just not the race, is it? Emilia is not the circuit. Emilia is not the circuit. Let me tell you that now. Emilia is really not the track. Hello? You know. Rocco's going to continue. Lap 31 of the race. This has been absolutely diabolical. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Crooken's another good position, P4 for him. But it's still just not good enough. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice little chill little drive now to the end. FIA picks up another penalty. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very dull Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. There has been some very good moments, but yeah, it has just been a very dull race, as we'd expect really from Imola. But the main cause is this collision between Maffeo and Rockery. So there's been a little spin out there. I think Moises has dipped it in the gravel. But yeah, the major sort of cause for this sort of action was the Rockery and Maffeo collision. Yeah, I'm not sure really. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that after the race, because that's very, very fresh. After Canada a few weeks ago. Yeah. Anyway, Akosili then is going to come across the line. He will win. He is under review. Did have a qualifying ban that he had to serve, so we'll have to look at that. Second's Christian. Second's actually going to be MCL. Fourth, Crooken. Fifth is going to be Moises. He's going to do a few donuts. Don't get yourself disqualified, though. I don't know what you're trying to do here, Moises. I actually don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're doing. Just finish the race. Like, I don't get it. What is it you're actually trying to do? He finishes P5 for him. But yeah, this is going to be very, very... oh no, okay. This is going to be, yeah, more, yeah, Maffeo shows that he's not happy with the behaviour tonight of Rockery. That collision, not happy with that. And there'll be a lot to say in the chat, I think, after this race. From both sides and all the drivers that have been involved in contact and things today. But that is your Emilia Romagna Grand Prix for Tier 2. Akosili is your race winner. He is under review due to the qualifying ban, but second is MCL, third was Christian. Great race from Christian, kept it clean, kept it out of trouble, and we will move on to Belgium and have a better turnout, better racing, and just a better track for battles. That is it. That is your Tier 2 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And yeah, a lot to talk about after that race. Fourth, Crooken. Fifth, KTFA Moises. Sixth, Maffeo. Seventh, Rockery. Eighth, Jihon. Your non-finishers were Trolley, Mar, Bosse, Wardy, and PUR AR Jax. I'm going to end things there. Just so I can see what's happening in the chat and things and see what is going on. But yes, do join us tomorrow for the Tier 3 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Yeah, do join us tomorrow. We'll see you then.